All right, folks, pull up that saddle blanket and settle in easy. Fire's talking low tonight. Coffee's black as sin, and the prairie's stretching its ears. This here's a true Texas campfire tale, which means it's honest in spirit and flexible on details. This is the kind of night made for Pecos Bill. Long before Texas knew what it was going to be, before fences learned how to stand still and maps quit arguing with the land, there was a wagon creaking west across open country, dust in the wheels, hope in the back, and a baby bundled up tighter than common sense. Somewhere near the Pecos River, that wagon hit a rut deep enough to rattle loose more than dreams. The baby tumbled out quiet as a secret, and the wagon rolled on, none the wiser. Coyotes found him. Now, coyotes don't raise human babies out of kindness. They do it 'cause they recognize their own. That baby didn't cry. He howled, high and sharp and fearless. The coyotes took that as agreement. They raised him on rattlesnake and moonlight, taught him to run with the wind and sleep with one eye open. By the time settlers spotted him years later, he was barefoot, sunburned, and faster than a horse that knew it was being chased. They called him Pecos Bill, 'cause the land always names what belongs to it. Bill grew mean, in the good way mean, as survival, mean as truth. He learned early that Texas wasn't going to behave unless somebody told it how. When the plains caught fire, Bill chased the flames, roped him with a rattlesnake whip, and beat him into submission. That's why wildfires still respect a good windbreak. When drought hit and the sky forgot its manners, Bill climbed a hill and cussed the clouds so loud they rolled in just to argue back. That's how Texas learned rain don't come polite, it comes when it's dared. He rode tornadoes when the ground got boring, straddled them like bucking broncs, leaned low and whooped till the funnel straightened out. That's why Texas storms still twist before they move. They remember being written. Rivers were next. The Pecos wandered where it pleased, flooding one season and disappearing the next. Bill dug channels with his boot heels and told it to behave. When the Rio Grande ran thin, Bill cried enough to fill it back up. Texas rivers don't run straight to this day, 'cause they remember arguing with Bill and still ain't fully convinced. Then there was the horse, Widowmaker, meanest stallion ever to kick dust, black as midnight, eyes sharp as broken glass, and a reputation earned the hard way. Ranchers tried ropes, saddles, brute force. Widowmaker sent 'em all flying. Bill didn't rush. He watched. Then he walked straight up, grabbed the mane, and climbed on like destiny had already signed the papers. Widowmaker bucked for days, tore up ground, split fence posts, scared the horizon itself. Bill stayed put. When the horse finally stopped and was breathing hard, Bill leaned forward and whispered something only wild things understand. From that day on, they were one trouble shared between two bodies. Together they shaped Texas. Bill used rattlesnakes for whips, lightning for nightlights, dust storms for cover. He shot holes in the sun to cool things off a bit, left it hot enough to build character, not enough to kill ambition. That's why Texas heat still bites but doesn't apologize. Then came Slewfoot Sue. Sue was tough, tougher than Bill expected. She laughed loud, rode hard, and didn't scare easy. First woman Bill couldn't outrun or outstare. He fell for her fast and hard, like everything else he did. On their wedding day, Bill decided to show her the full ride. Set her atop Widowmaker. Mistake. Sue bounced. Hit the saddle, hit the sky. Came back down and bounced higher. Each bounce sent her farther until she disappeared clean into the clouds. Some say she landed on the moon and stayed there, waiting on Bill to learn patience. Others say she fell so far she found a land that hadn't heard of him yet. Bill never quite laughed the same after that. He kept working, though. Fist land where it buckled, calmed storms when they got too mean. But towns grew, Fences multiplied. Texas started feeling crowded. Legends don't do well boxed in, so Bill rode off. Some say he rides the Gulf storms. Others swear he's out west, living in dust devils and thunderheads. I'll tell you this. I've seen storms roll in sudden, rivers bend where they shouldn't, and rain fall right when the land was begging hardest. That's how you know Pecos Bill ain't gone. Fire's burning low now. Coffee's thick at the bottom. Wind's whispering across the plains like it remembers his name. This has been Lone Star Stories. Come on back next time, pull up a seat, and listen close, because there's always another tall Texas tale to be told under the Lone Star.